Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here. This is RTA Motorsports, and today what we're going to be doing is something actually pretty cool. We have never really, well, let me not say never. Let me move this a little bit closer. Sorry for your ears, everyone. All right, so we have not in a very long time actually used rFactor 2 for anything, and today what we're going to be doing is actually jumping into rFactor 2. It's been one of the most requested titles that we check out, and it's actually really surprising because rFactor 2 is a pretty dated title. It's from back in 2013 to be precise. Now rFactor 2 has been known to have some of the best force feedback and has been kind of a staple for many large-scale competitions, and has also been known to be on the forefront of mods way back when. rFactor 2 has a humongous following in the sim racing community because it changed a lot of things, and it was at the right place at the right time. But it is 2018 now. We have titles like Assetto Corsa, ACC coming out soon. iRacing is constantly evolving well beyond where rFactor is now. Dirt Rally, Race Room Racing Experience, Project Cars 2, that beautiful title. We have many titles out right now, and you know, I have been in rFactor 2 when I first started out sim racing. I had it in my Steam library, but I haven't, had it downloaded for quite a few years now. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to kind of dive back into it. We just went through all of our, hey Felix EXP, how you doing? We just went through all of our settings and kind of made sure our wheel and pedals were mapped correctly. We got the sound settings somewhat set up, so definitely let me know if there's any issues with sound. Hopefully that is all kind of ironed out right now. And we also got the motion rig going, which actually I have to adjust one thing with the motion rig, because right now the motion rig is it's a little bit too violent at the moment, a little bit too much, and that's going to be kind of hard to watch. And that's because the motion rig right now is set to 100%, so let's lower that down. Most titles I have it set at 75. Norman Robinson, how you doing? How is your rig going? Kind of excited to hear about your rig. So been kind of checking in on your channel. Haven't seen a new video yet. But yeah, we do have our main level set to 75%, so we will we're gonna jump in and check this out in just a moment. Yeah. Go please. I'm assuming you mean on the track. That's another thing. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do as far as what type of vehicles we're going to race. We're going to kind of jump into a few different things. You can see here we have the Corvette C6R, and I think we're definitely going to do Lime Rock. Pretty comfortable with Lime Rock, especially from iRacing. Kind of wanted to also maybe see about doing some silly stuff, but I gotta try to remember how to change many different things here. I also need to make sure, yep, all right, so having some issues with the auto capture settings here. Let's see how long we're gonna set the race to. I don't want to set the race to like an hour and a half or anything like that. Race laps 5. Let's set this to 12 laps. I think that should be pretty good. In practice, we'll kind of leave it at the default, and we'll just stop it once we are feeling pretty good. So we're going to be in the Corvette C6R GT2, apparently car number 11. And the interesting thing is when it starts, like this loading screen here, I could see a loading screen in here. Stark Alarm, how you doing? Good morning. Once you see the loading screen in here, you can't see it on your screen, which is very weird, even though it is set to mirror. But there is a loading screen, and it's actually pretty cool because it's all around you, and it's in the Steam VR sort of mode. All right, so we are on track. I keep checking to make sure that it's hooking to the next mode because this is really the first time we're doing anything with this. All right. I like how the pit guys are all animated. The one thing that's a little weird is I'm getting this audio delay. And I don't know if you guys are getting that at all, but it's a pretty big delay. And I'm not sure why this is happening. Maybe someone can help me out. Might just be a VR issue, but if you guys are seeing this delay, I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it or not, but I'm experiencing a pretty large delay here. Oh, we just stalled it out. Yeah, so this really very much reminds me of Automobilista as far as, you know, the accurate pit lanes, pit roads. The textures are very, very simple. I know it looks better when you're not in VR as far as the texture mapping goes. Got a car right behind us. But in VR, everything is actually looking pretty good. Almost forgot to turn off auto pit speed limiter there. It's actually kind of really hard to drive with such a big audio delay right now. It's at least a half a second delay. And I'm not exactly sure why we're having this issue. It's almost like trying to race with no sound on. I'm just kind of going according to my peripheral view on the RPM meter there. So the curbs, they're like this bright yellow, but I don't know how it's coming across on the screen. In the VR headset, I'm getting like, it almost looks like it's glowing. It doesn't really look that realistic, and it looks like just solid one color. And it just appears to be glowing with like this weird green hue. It's kind of a little strange. Not really seeing the texture on it, more of just a glowing color. Now I do know that they're working on the VR implementation. It's not like necessarily a finished product yet that I'm aware of. The way I read it is almost like they're still working on it. So hopefully that all gets ironed out, but otherwise it is pretty darn good as far as the way it looks and the way it works. It's not the best optimized system out there. I still think Assetto Corsa looks better. Of course, Assetto Corsa, to me, in my book, not really one of the most prettiest sims out there. Kind of like right in the middle of the road of everything. This is very usable, very engaging, very fun. The tracks are modeled really well. I'm running a 1080 Ti. And every graphical setting we have max at the moment. And I can already tell you we're not hitting 90. We're gonna have to kind of lower some settings down. Up on the grass a little bit. But I love the telemetry data coming through the wheel. Pretty easy to catch slides, make mistakes and catch it. It's all very intuitive. And back when I was in the motion rig, just getting everything set up. I mean, I'm in the motion rig right now, but when we were getting everything all set up, I had the motion set to 100%, and it was pretty abusive, but not on a level that felt unrealistic. It felt really good. I just wouldn't put you guys, the viewer, through that, because it was like every time I shifted, it like jolted my whole body. I felt every shift and it was violent, which I would expect this type of car to be. Going up on the curbs was not friendly to my spine. Let's put it that way. But it didn't feel like a rodeo ride. It felt, you know, what I would think it would be. So the telemetry data coming through on this title is really good. So, and the next part I'm going to say, hopefully this makes sense. I think the cars, the interiors are modeled really well. And I think that they kind of exceed the track detail. So it's kind of like the cars look better than the track that I'm racing in. So as we're racing, I find my eyes keep wanting to look at the windshield wiper and things that are a little bit more in focus, like around me and here. Almost like higher resolution textures and things like that. The track looks decent, but it's like it's nowhere near the level of detail that the interior is. The interiors are gorgeous. But like the road detail that I'm racing on right now looks a little bit smeared. And like I said, the curbs in VR look like they're just one solid, bright yellow color. You're not really seeing the texture on the curbing. Next, we're gonna try the race, see how it works out for us. So I lowered the motion rig to 75%, and we're still getting usable data through the back of the rig, especially when I have traction loss kicking in. Alright. So let's just stop it here. Woo! Oh, wow. Physics are on point. The graphics have a long way to go. Looks better on screen. Looks like a good sense of speed. So there is definitely a good sense of speed with this title. And that's kind of interesting that you're saying that there's no delay on your end. I'm kind of wondering maybe if it's a Steam VR issue, because I have Steam VR right now mirroring the audio, and that's how we're both hearing this. So let me actually switch this around real quick and see if the audio is now flipped. If it will let me. I don't know if it's going to let me, being that we are currently in title. And it keeps trying to load the settings right behind rFactor. So yeah, it's not wanting me to do so. It looks like on screen, on the frame counter also, it's saying 90 frames right now. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. I don't think so. That might just be cut off the screen for you guys, but looks like it is saying 90 frames per second. And so I'm going to switch this over to the face view here. And I'm going to try to switch the audio because it's really undrivable right now. And we'll see if we're starting to get any sort of like delay then. Let's see. Okay, so let's move this over because that was stuck behind the game. And all right, so I'm going to change this around, and hopefully it doesn't cause too much of an issue, because I was kind of having issues with it before. And the UI definitely takes a little while to get used to, that's for sure. Hey Dan, how you doing? So yeah, you guys are not experiencing any sort of issues. Okay. Try the NSX, best car in sim racing period, for me at least. Not fast, but feels so good. I didn't see any issues, looked fine. So I just switched the audio as to which one is like the mainstream of audio and which one is the actual which one is the mirrored audio. So let's see what happens now. And you said to try the, yeah, the UI is kind of... So, not really sure where you're seeing the NSX, because all I have under Honda, I don't know if you mean like the actual supercar, the NSX. All I have is a Civic. Unless if it's another pack or anything like that that I need to purchase. All right. Ooh, these cars look pretty darn cool. No way. Let's see, Group 6. It's a 1991, huh? Yeah, I definitely don't have it, which is weird. Maybe it's another class I need to, or another pack I need to pick up. We got some Cobras here. I didn't realize we had some Cobras. Okay, some AC Cobras. But I think, I want to try something else in the Corvette just to get an idea. Yeah, let's try this Spark. 1967 Spark. That should be pretty darn cool. We're going to do the same Lime Rock track. I just want to get an idea as to what's going on here audio-wise as well. And hopefully there's no delay at all now, because that was kind of crazy. Hey, Ron. Ron, you actually didn't miss much. All I did was go on practice for the with the Corvette, kind of get an idea, get a feel for it. But now we're just going to start messing around, jumping in a few different cars, maybe do a race. We did kind of just establish from Dan that we don't have an NSX for some reason. Norman, thank you very much. I'm not exactly sure why we don't have an NSX. It was just recommended, and we don't have it for some odd and crazy reason. So maybe there's a... Again, I've been out of rFactor for so long that, you know, maybe there's a pack we need to purchase or something like that. All right, so let's go into this practice session with this car. Kind of feels like we need to... No, actually, that feels pretty good there. There is a reset VR position button, which I know there wasn't for a little while. All right, so audio is being picked up. Now there's no audio delay on my end. So I don't know if you guys are experiencing... I'm just doing some throttle blips there. See if you guys are experiencing any sort of audio delay. Because now I am not experiencing any audio delay, which is going to make it a lot more drivable in my case here. Oh, stay in there. Oh, wow. You really get an idea for what the front tires are doing physics-wise. Oh, wow. This is cool. It's like gonna rekindle my love for classic open-wheel cars here. overdriven the heck out of that. See if we could get her back running. Nope, it turned right back off. Yeah. No, no, there we go. Can we drive it? I don't know how the damage model is in rFactor. Yeah, the wheel's kind of stuck a little bit to the left. All right, let's just reset because we're in a practice session anyway right now. And I wonder if there's any limitations onto like how far you can get out of the vehicle, like how far you can see. Because you know, iRacing. If you have ever driven in iRacing before, you would know that you have limitations as far as your cockpit goes. It blocks you in a small space to keep you from leaving your vehicle. But Assetto Corsa does not. I did a video with my Vive when I first got it with Assetto Corsa, and we were on a live drift event, and someone actually posted in the comments, which was really cool, that they remember that drift event, and they were in that lobby when that video was taken. I was in the pits at the wall, just watching the drift event like as if I was standing in the pits. And that was phenomenal. So I kind of wonder if I could do that with this. Sure, there's no boundary. Might have to test that. So again, the car modeling is really good. I could see the gauges. They're kind of far away from where I'm sitting due to just this car's cockpit. And, but I can kind of read them. You can see I'm at 9,000, 10,000 RPMs there. So, the modeling is really good. And now that I'm a little bit closer to track, oh, we went off the track the same place again. Oh, we lost the time. Oh man, this is not looking good for a whole crash. Let's do one more. I need to get around this track once. This is kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing. I'm about to cut through back there. But yeah. Now that I'm a little closer to the track, like I was saying before, it does look a little bit better. You can see the texture a little bit better, but you can see kind of just still how it's muddied over a bit. But I think in an open wheel car like this, it does look a little bit better. A little bit more modern, I should say. There's that green hue again. I don't know if that's coming across on the monitors. On the curbing, I'm getting this like green glow. It's so strange. I actually saw the texture that time on the curbs. Alright, we're gonna have to really slow down here. Yeah, we made it. Who would have thought? Crash could actually not crash for once. Got a black flag up. If I'm reading that correctly. Come on. I can feel that front end getting lost, but through the rest of the track, the car is Turn, baby. It's able to handle it on the rest of the track, so it's a little bit deceiving on that turn. Alright, so we're going to try the race and just see how it works out. We're just going to do, was it 12 laps I think I said? Let me just throw it into this corner here. Oh yeah. This feels good. Oh no, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. Alright, yeah, let's start the race. See yellow flags out. You see the guys waving the yellow flag? This is cool. Let's see what type of frame rates we're getting. We're actually getting, it looks like 75 frames per second, 79, 80. So we're close to 90. We're close, but it's not at that golden 90 number yet. All right, so let's go to next session. How do I like the physics engine thus far? Thus far, so far I really like it. I really want to try a few other I want to try a few other cars, kind of get an idea as to really what's going on here, and again practice it, you know. Oh, car's off. Come on, turn on. Kind of like Automobilista, you got to be careful not to have your car in gear at the start of a race, or you could start off with the car stalled. That's kind of what we just did. There we go. Oh, felt the whole thing get light. I think AI is set to. I think AI is set to 95%. Oh, come on. Well, like I was saying, AI is set to 95%. I think. I don't think we messed with that setting at all. I thought I saw it say 95%. I just kind of left it just to see where the AI would be at. Doing a lot more drifting than I am actually driving around the track. Almost caught the wall on that one. This is a tough little car to drive here. this understeer. There we go. That was a little bit better. Got a little air on that one. I'm really starting to like this. I know we're not really doing too well, but that's not the point of this right now. We're just kind of feeling it out. And I can see how challenging it is, but almost rewarding with how much you can feel from the cars. It's really nice. I'm doing that on purpose because it's just too much fun. I'm sure there's probably a lot of mods out there for drifting on this title. You might have to look into that. Slow down enough. You can see that front end kind of push. Big hit into the curb there. But this really very much reminds me of a prettier automobilista. The UI kind of reminds me of it. Even though this UI is nicer than Automobilista, I do gotta say. I don't know if they've had any UI updates in recent times, but I would say about a year and a half, 2 years ago, this UI is nicer than that UI. Woo, that was almost real bad. Does anyone know if the Nürburgring is an add-on, or if there's any really good Nürburgring add-ons for this title? Because I would love to take a car around the Nürburgring, around the Nordschleife, and in any configuration really. In this title, that would be really, really nice. I like how the curbs feel. They're all pretty violent. Way too wide. Way too wide. I like the field of view, like the default setup.
The lap was a 57.57.
Feels pretty good. Some backfiring. I don't know, the more and more I'm driving this, the more and more I'm starting to fall in love, I think. Let's try to slide it. Ah, nope. Couldn't get it. Does not want to slide. The mirrors are not 3D, so you do have to. They're almost like screens, so you have to aim them, probably in the settings, I would imagine, to where you need them to go. Depending on where you move your head, they don't really react to that at all. Alright, checkered flag. This is actually kind of making me want to jump into some dirt rally, to be honest with you. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's expand this. Let's see what their... it doesn't really show their fastest lap. Interesting. Oh well. Let's see. Let's leave this track. We'll see what other vehicles we could jump into. Stream looks very smooth. Cool. Good. Well, the reason why is we're actually dual PC streaming. We have a another PC here. I'm borrowing my wife's system at the moment. Her new system we just finished building. If you look in the last video, we kind of did a build for her from some old parts we had, and a beautiful case we picked up. It's an InWin 301. It's a MATX build, so it's a nice small form factor. But yeah, awesome. Just picked up a bike helmet, handlebar cam, learning to function and how to use it now. If videos are good, might do one cockpit on what I have so far. Oh, awesome. Sounds good, Ron. All right. So let's see what else we could jump into here. You know what? I actually kind of want to look at Steam and see if maybe there's other packs or anything else that we're kind of like missing. I'm not really sure. I know Sebring is out. Let's go to the store page, or DLC I should say. Let's see if there's anything out for this track. I mean for this title that we're missing. So there is no downloadable content. Alright, so I guess everything is mod based. And there is a ton of mods. Wow. Very interesting. VIR. I'm sure. Wow. It's like every single track is a mod track. I'm looking through the Steam store. It's pretty amazing how many different mod vehicles there are. So there's actually oval in here too, huh? Well, let's give it a shot and let's see how the oval works. Just to get an idea of how everything is on this vehicle. Start at like 7:30 p.m. Leave this default. Not sure how it's going to. Should do a rolling start, but we'll see if it does so. Just leaving it standard. Let's see. Oh, there's some rain too. All right, we'll have to check that out in a little bit. We'll put this on light clouds and AI drivers. No, need more than that. 20. 9 cars was not enough. I was wondering why it didn't seem like there was many people on the track with us. Let's see. Let's get the there we go. All right. This is pretty exciting. Took me I would say a few hours to kind of get everything set up for this. Mainly because of just, you know, not really being used to the UI and having to figure out where everything is. That took a little while. And it looks like we are loading the VR content now. So it should be jumping in any moment. There we go. All right, so we are now in. And we got 21 cars on the track. Let's jump into the practice session. It actually sounds pretty good too. And you can see we had the car in gear, so it stalled itself out. See everyone in the pits here. I'm just guessing. Let's let this guy go. There we go. All right, there we go. Very interesting. It feels pretty good. The car feels almost light on the straightaways. I am getting that offline understeer when I'm not doing what I should be doing. And you can save it if you dump it to the grass a little bit. You know, wow, this does not feel too bad. Oh wow, you do have a spotter, kind of like an iRacing-esque spotter. Wow, spotter. But the oh, we're gonna hit the wall. Yep. Oh no! Good thing this is practice. All right, let's bring it back to pits, and we'll. Oh no! You can see how just kind of like send us right off the track. Like, get out of my way. We narrowly missed that guy behind us. All right, let's jump to the next session here, which is going to be the race session. We're just kind of jumping in. It's going to be, we're going to be starting 15th. You can see it is really late, so hopefully there's going to be some lights on the track, and it's not going to be, there's no lights on the track. How am I supposed to do this? Yeah, we're gonna have to change this time. That's not gonna work. Oh man, there's no track lights. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. I mean, the stars look nice. Yeah, that's not gonna work at all. Where can we adjust the time? I don't know if we can. It's normal settings. All right, yeah. So we're gonna have to go out and then back in again. That's not gonna work. Session settings. All right. So no track lights, huh? That would have been fun. I would have made for a good time. I'm gonna have to adjust the power settings. I just got warned on the other computer here, and that's handling the stream, that power is gonna turn off in 1 minute. See if we can adjust those power settings real quick, so that way it doesn't do that mid-race. That would stink. There we go. All right. Next car. This is going to be a very quick oval session. I kind of want to see how the AI handles being at a race session with oval. Oh, this time they're going to start us in third. Alright, so they are actually going to do the formation lap correctly. Looks like we got a Corvette leading the way. Alrighty. Let's see how this is going to turn out. We're going to be on the inside. Alright, pit car is going to be going in. Interesting. I wonder how many formation laps are we going to be doing here. Again, there is 20 cars on the track right now. Besides us, so 21 total. Hopefully we're not going to be doing 11 laps of formation laps. That would be the worst fail ever. Come on, get in. This pit car is not going in. There we go. All right. All right, here we go. I thought maybe the game would start to glitch out. Green flag, green flag. I'm getting hit from the outside. I know. Whoa, just got hit again. So the overcast is actually kind of making it hard to see anything on the track. Even though I started the race for noon, it's seeming to be a lot darker than what noon would normally be. Kind of push my way through a little bit. That's the lead car right up ahead. So I shouldn't be necessarily able to pass them that fast, I don't think. iRacing, that never happens. I mean, you do get a little bit of a slipstream effect, but it's never that exaggerated. And we do have AI up. Like I said, I think at 95%. But we're just completely obliterating the AI right now on this oval track. Maybe rFactor AI struggles a little bit with oval racing, maybe. It seemed pretty good. Possibly we just got to turn up the AI a little bit. But overall, not too bad. The high line is really tough. If you get off this inside line here, it's very hard to handle the car a little bit, but it's possible. I like the brake markers too. The brake markers are pretty easy to see on this track. They're like bright orange flags. Oh no! Way out wide. I gotta boost the announcer's speech a little bit. Looks like it's starting to get foggy. That or someone blew a motor, but I think it's fog. There's definitely fog falling out onto the track right now. Should be getting close to the end of the race. We're still currently in first place with no sign. Looks like 13 seconds back. Starting to clear up. Beautiful skies now. This weather is changing rapidly. It's like the Twilight Zone. From dense fog to sunny skies. Oh, that was way too wide. Oh, caught the wall, caught the wall. Not paying attention. Oh yeah, we definitely got some suspension damage now. Look at this, now the steering wheel's kind of facing the other direction. Playing Pong with the steering wheel now. Look at this. Car's kind of pulling in two different directions now. Kind of wish the AI was keeping up a little bit better. I hate to just quit out of races though. Checkered flag. Nice little win for us. We don't get them too often, so. But I don't think really this is where the AI shines, or how rFactor really shines at all. So we're going to try more road courses. There he is there. Let's see if we could actually whip this around into some donuts. Alright, at least you can do that. At least that can be done. Alright. Let's see, what else should we do? See what the next car should be. Huh, interesting. Actually, on the streaming computer over here, the monitor just turned off on me. I hope the monitor didn't die or anything like that. Let me see if I can hit it and get it back to life. Hit the power button. Just one moment. All right, we got the monitor back up. Whew. Whew. I had to change the view there because we had to stretch out almost like Stretch Armstrong just to get it going. Excellent driving. I don't know. I think that's not really how rFactor 2 is really meant to be enjoyed. I kind of got the feeling that the AI was a little confused at the whole situation and they weren't really going at it. So we're going to try something else. See, let's get back to the car view and let's see. I really want the Nordschleife on here. Give it a try with the do the national layout. The car. Let's try. A lot of older cars here, but I don't know if I want to do another older car just yet. 370Z GT4, GTR 500. That's a sick looking car. Ooh, these radicals look pretty cool. Oh, there's a ton of them too. Might do the radical. Renault is, that's an absolute monster, but I think we're probably going to do the radical. Yeah, let's do the radical. I'm going to choose this car here. Session settings. Make it simple weather scripted, default raining, overcast, sunny. Let's keep it sunny. I like sunny. We'll start at 10 a.m. this time. And the amount of laps, yeah, let's keep it 12 laps. We'll just jump right into the race session. No practice, we'll just jump right into the race. Hopefully, yep. All right. Hopefully this thing doesn't go through and try to shut down on me again. It was a little odd that it did that. Let's see, it's almost done loading. Ooh, I need to clean these lenses. So how's everyone doing today? Thank you so much for joining in. Hanging out with me while we're jumping into rFactor. rFactor 2 to be precise. All right, so it looks like it's going to be starting us at 11th of 21 cars. So that's like right directly in the middle which is perfect. Right where we want to be. You've really got to look for that flag guy. I couldn't really see him. So we kind of had a really terrible start. Trying to see where I can hear cars all around me, but I can't really see them as far as behind me goes. There we go. I know it's not noticeable on the screen, but we just slid a little bit. I kind of goosed the throttle a little bit. Gave it a little bit extra. Oh, this is fun. These cars are awesome. Not very fast, but very intuitive as far as what the car is doing. And the Silverstone track is modeled really good. Getting a little bit of that green right there on the left side. And there on the right. It's like the color saturation's too high. Only on the curbing, which is a little weird. Besides that, everything else is looking really good. This is very much like a point and shoot car. You just tell it where you want it to go and it goes. And I can read that whole dash display really clearly in this car. There's no wincing or straining needed. I can read it perfectly. This is actually a really enjoyable experience right now. Oh, inside. AI is trying to make moves. Try to maintain a little extra speed there to get past those guys. Didn't work out for us, unfortunately. There we go. Getting a little bit of weird artifacting on the screens in the distance. Almost like it's like a weird defined line I can see in the distance. I think it's the map kind of popping in off in the distance. It's a little bit distracting. I'm noticing it more on long straights, like off to the right and left side. Oh. Can we get in? I think we got in. I think we got him. He's holding it. He's holding it. He doesn't want me to have it. Oh. Oh. You get away from me! You get away from me! I didn't mean to downshift the first there. Got too excited. Kind of wish there was a mirror right here in the middle. Starting to get a little bit more aggressive with the car in that turn. AI is starting to bunch up right there. They're trying to get around each other. Hopefully it's going to slow them down a little bit, give us a chance to catch up. Oh yeah, it's working. Come on, turn in more. Oh. Door to door. I think I found a new favorite car. This is so fun. This is a good car for beginners too. Oh, we went on the grass. I gotta pass these guys. Gotta get around them. Oh, that's it. Checkered flag. Race is over. Race is over. So we couldn't quite get around them. Couldn't quite make it happen, but... Oh man, that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. That was surprisingly a lot of fun. These radicals are pretty darn cool. So once we leave here, we should be able to see what place we finished in. Kind of makes me think what place we would have been if we would have got a better start. We kind of fouled up the start. Whoa! For some reason, Steam VR just... Well, Windows Mixed Reality just kind of kicked me out for some reason. That was weird. Never had that happen before. There we go. Alright, so we're back in the title. Oh, so we finished 9th. Okay. We started... I want to say we started 11th. And we finished 9th. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Kind of want to do another race with that car, because that car was freaking awesome. Might do it at Lime Rock. Okay, so let's see here. Let's read some of the comments. Let's catch back up. So, is there a way to lock ahead to Horizon rFactor 2? The lurching in VR drives you crazy. I basically went in. I eliminated all head movement. There was a few head movement settings. I turned those all off. I think it's making a difference. It's kind of hard to really tell. Yeah. So Cliff Wallinga, he actually addressed that. Jeremy turned the head physics off in game settings and exaggerated yaw, etc. And I turned those off, and I definitely don't feel as motion sick as I did when I first actually jumped into this title. It's actually right in the beginning. So it's actually right in the main setting. Thomas Bia, something is wrong with your shaders or something. Try deleting your CBash and shaders folder. You can tell by the yellowish curves. Yes, I've been kind of talking about that since we've been testing here. They're yellowish, glowing gray. Now, if I delete the CBash and shader folder, will I have to reinstall that before the game? Or is that something I could kind of just delete and then run? Because I know sometimes when you delete folders and titles, you have to then go to verify game cache and reinstall folders, or else the game won't run right. But let's jump into something else real quick. But yeah, the shaders are bothering the heck out of me in this title, to be honest with you. It's so close. It's so close to being so good visually. Oh man, never driven that track. Let's do this one with the uphill chicanes. And give it a try. We'll see how this works out for us. I'm really enjoying this radical. This radical is... They'll get re-rendered automatically. Can I do it while I'm in the title? If so, I'll do that right now. Where is the CBash and shader folder, by the way? Is it just in the installation directory? If so, I can do that without a problem. Well, actually kind of a problem because rFactor is kind of putting itself on top of it and it's not allowing me to actually view my file explorer for some reason. So what we're going to do is we're going to try that before we jump into this. Oh, no, I have to exit. Okay, so let's just exit the title real quick. Let's give that a shot. Hopefully that works out for us. All right. Exit the launcher. We'll exit completely. And... let's go to the installation directory of the title. I think I have it installed in the D drive. Steam Apps Common. It's funny, that's actually where I have Automobilista installed too, in this drive here. So let's see, CBass and shaders. I'm actually trying to find it. If you could tell me how to get to where those two files are that I need to delete, that would be awesome. Right now I'm just kind of poking around. Bin, cache. Look under log or user. Don't recall exactly. Okay. The user data. Log. Okay. All right. Yep. You're right. Here they are. So CBash shaders. Okay. Those are gone. Let's reload the title. And let's see how this works out for us. Thank you so much. I really hope this works because that was pretty annoying. Nope, no, I got it. I got it. There we go. Interestingly enough, it says it's still running. Huh. Okay. So let's go into Task Manager and see if there's any instance of the game still stuck up, which it doesn't look like there is. see. Very interesting. I don't see anything in here that says that the title is still running at all. But our system cores are kind of being utilized very aggressively on our CPU. So we already deleted those folders, but yet it still says, Logitech Profiler. Interesting. So let's actually get all the way out of Steam, because I don't see any instance of this title actually running at all. So it's kind of interesting that it would even say see if Steam VR is still active. All right, good. Good. All right, so let's get Steam back up and running. That's an interesting issue. I don't know if that's something that's pretty common. I should have closed the game first. The game was already closed, but I'll check again. I'll go back into those files. That is no big deal there, because I think it's now saying it's definitely... It's like almost like a Steam hang-up more than anything, because now it's saying that it doesn't say that it's running at all. So I'll go back in there and make sure that those are deleted. Steam library, Steam apps common, rFactor 2, user data, log. Yeah, they're not in there. They're deleted. Those files are deleted. Okay, so we're going to jump back in. All right, we're loading back up. Good deal. Okay. Let's see how this looks. So we're going to do the Lime Rock track, because Lime Rock was actually the first one that I noticed the really badly glowing sort of curbs. We do have all the graphical settings turned all the way up, so I'm not sure if that has an issue with it. Very possible that could be an issue. I know Assetto Corsa, some of the effects, you can't really run them efficiently or really well at all, because in VR there's a little bit of conflict there too. So maybe it's the same thing. It'll increase loading time on the first use of content because of the shader rendering. Oh, delete the files, not the folders. Well, we deleted the folders. Let's see if we can even get in. We may not even be able to get in. No, it's loading. See what happens. Hopefully it works. So we're doing Lime Rock road course with the uphill chicane. It's kind of one that I've raced many times in iRacing, especially in the Mazda Cup car. It stinks. I don't like it very much, but because that chicane is right when your car gets really light, so it gets very challenging, to say the least. I mean, there's many times I've ended up in the wall due to this track layout. So I feel it's very fitting for this sort of test. So VR content loading, it says. I know you can't see anything. That's only in VR. Okay. So it seems to have loaded up. And let's go out on track and let's see what's going on. So streaming is actually being held by another computer. Nope, still got the really yellow glowing curbs. Yellow and green glowing curbs. Oh, AI's out. He's out in the dirt. He got pushed off the track. We do have tire wear on, so we need to be careful with those slides. I gotta stop trying to run up on the curbs. That curb looked good. Come on, Crash. Stop hitting the curbs, darn it. Oh, just got hit by the AI. I turned in way too late. Kind of ruined the setup for all the subsequent turns there. Come on. You actually stayed off the curb for once. So far, I think we're 10th place. Oh, can't save that one. Oh my gosh. How the heck did we do that? I think someone saved us. We got an assist from behind. We are losing some ground though. We are currently 12th. Oh, I like that better, staying in third gear through that whole section. I think we were just downshifting too much. Keeping the car too busy. I think we have some aero damage because they always seem to catch us. On that straight. Oh, I think we're gaining a little bit of ground now, finally. pushed from the from the inside. There we go. Checkered flag. So we ended up finishing 13th. Not the best. Not the best, but we'll take it. That was a load of fun. I could really see myself doing a nice long, like, endurance session with these cars. This is an absolute blast of a car. You can see here we finished 13th. I forgot what we started as. Doesn't even say here where we gridded. No, it does not. Interesting. Wonder if you were on an older RF2 beta perhaps, or simply not the latest build. Yes, that should be the case. Okay. So, I followed the online instructions on the beta, and it said to use the, and it looks like there's a few other betas that were after this one. So maybe that's the issue. But I followed their instructions. You know, I'll do it right now. We could give this a shot. I'm going to get out of rFactor. We're going to load up the latest beta. Close it completely. We'll load up the latest beta, jump back in and see if that fixes our issue, because that is possible. And it looks like it's still hanging up. Hanging up again. Yeah, it's hanging up to the point where it's not allowing me to select anything else. So let's close the Steam library down, because that seemed to fix it last time as far as the hanging goes. We'll start Steam back up, and then we'll load up the latest beta, and we'll see if that actually helps us out any. Doing some research here. It's my first time in rFactor in years. Pretty much my first time back in rFactor 2 ever. So let's not even act like this is my this is something that I do often, because it's not. As far as rFactor 2, I'm having a blast though. But it would be nice to get those textures fixed. So the beta we're using is V1108 DX11 Open Beta. So if we go to properties, we go to betas, there is an 1110. That's the latest one I see in this list. Alright, so it's doing a download. We got about a minute. 40 seconds. Looks like a 380 megabyte file. Not that big of a file. So we should be able to get in 7 seconds, 3 seconds, a second. Alright. So it's downloading now. It's installing it. Boom. Alright. Let's jump into rFactor 2. Let's test to see if any of these issues have been resolved. You don't need beta anymore, mate. Latest build is the best, just opt out. Really? Because when I first loaded up... Alright, so here's the thing. When I first loaded up Steam VR, right, with my headset, and I loaded up rFactor 2, there was It wasn't loading up in the headset. I actually remember to delete folders again. Okay. So we'll opt out, like you said. Let's see if it's actually closing out this time. We might have to... Yep, it's hanging up again. So let's close out of Steam. Opt out of the beta. Apparently we don't want no stinking beta. Everyone's saying get out of beta. I'm sorry, I did not know. I was just following, I guess, old instructions. Who would have thought? Old instructions, huh? Who reads dates anymore on instructions, right? Who reads instructions? Well, one time I go to look at how to do something, I do it wrong. All right, so hopefully our settings are saved as far as, you know, it loading up in VR. Because when I first downloaded the title, I loaded it up in VR. We didn't have any VR support. At least nothing that I could figure out. It wasn't working for us. Let's see. Let's go to that folder and delete those files like we were instructed to. I really hope this works, guys. I really appreciate your help, everybody. That way we're at least testing the way it should be tested, the correct version. User data, log, dbash, and shaders. All right, so that's all gone. Now let's load up the title. All right, let's see if it loads up in VR. Make sure the video, yep, okay. All right, so that's working there. A little nervous. I want it to work. Please work. Oh, yes, it's working. Okay. There we go. I'm excited now. Even more excited. I want to go back to this track because this track has so many yellow curbs that we're experiencing. So I just want to see. On this track, being that we know this track. If those yellow curbs reappear, I don't want to just go to a different track and, you know, not necessarily know whether or not the problem has been fixed. So we did delete those folders as you guys instructed me to, and we opted out of all betas. So hopefully everything's actually going to look pretty good. I know you can't really see the loading screen that we're on right now. Oh, you can. You can see the loading screen. Look at that. So all the betas. Yeah, Cliff Willega. Oh, Willinga. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. We did. That's how you can now see the loading screen, because that makes sense. All the other betas we were in, you didn't see this loading screen that you now see now. That you now see now. So, yeah. We are out of beta. You were catching a beer. I wish I was catching a beer. I need to pick up some beer. I have no beer. I'm beerless. Sadly, I'm a beerless man. A meh, if you will. A half a man. It's my day off. So, latest build, yes! Hope it's solved. Yeah, because those curbs, I mean, they were distracting. Also, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to solve the weird, like, issues I was having with kind of like a split in the screen in the distance on some tracks. All right, here we go. Let's jump in. I'm excited. Oh, let me wipe the lenses down a little bit because they're getting all fogged up from me resting it on my head. On my head mat. Let's see here. Oh, everything looks sharper. The current and best lap looks different. I can hear the... Oh, we jumped to start. We jumped to start. Oh no. I got so excited because now I can hear the horns for the starting. I couldn't hear those last time. And I could actually almost clearly see the flag guy from here. Everything looks so much more crisp. Everything does look different. Here we go. We're coming up on a curb. Oh my gosh, it's a white curb. How I love you so much. Thank you for being yourself. I love curbs that are themselves. No, but everything, it's actually running a lot smoother too. Everything looks sharper by a lot. Very interesting. Wow. Huh. Even that screen down there looks different. 0, 2.41. Very, very interesting. I could read the dash display here perfectly. Oh my gosh, this is so much smoother of a visual experience. I feel like my frame rates went up. Whether they did or not, I don't know because I can't see my frame rate counter. But, it feels like it. Let's get him on the inside here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm just gonna swerve and scare all of you people. Oh no! He got me! Oh my gosh, that was horrible. Oh, that was really bad. I'm surprised we didn't get much more damage. He was straight up and down. Now, we're not racing against people. This is just AI. That's why we're being silly. Alright. Oh, wow. This car is nice. How do I change the subject? Oh, he's right behind us again. He's trying to seek out revenge. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. How do you not have more damage? How are you not in pieces right now? I've seen you straight up in the air. The ghost of the blue car. He's back to get us. He's trying to take our soul. All right. I wonder if it visually looks any smoother for you guys that are watching the live stream here. I'm actually kind of curious to go back in the GT3 car. Like an inside car view, because that was so distracting to be inside the car and see it kind of choppy and the glowing curves and all that, and everything kind of looked a little murky. It looks so sharp and crisp right now. It kind of, you know what? We're all the way in the back. We're testing right now. Let's stop and let's jump into one of the other cars and see what it looks like from inside a vehicle. That was too much fun. We'll revisit that definitely. Let's see. Let's go back to Silverstone because it's kind of like a hot ticket item right now. We'll do the National and the car. We'll go back to the Corvette, being that we already been in it. Oh, that's a pretty cool livery there. I'm actually excited you guys have the loading screen, so I don't have to switch it. Control F to see your frame rates in VR. Nice, okay. Call the National Guard. No beer emergency. Beerless is not a good. Yeah. Also, you can adjust your super sampling in Steam VR if you need to. You have a beast of... Yeah. I'm actually enjoying the way it looks right now. With Windows Mixed Reality, though, it's kind of strange. Sometimes you feel like you don't really need to adjust the super sampling because the screens are such a higher resolution. So it looks like we're going to be starting 12. And if you just really start adjusting the super sampling of these already higher frame rate screens, you really start making matters worse really fast. So I'm enjoying the way everything looks and the way everything feels. I think we're just going to kind of leave it. Let's do Control F. Maybe. I'm not seeing frame rates. Say Control F, right? Control F. No, we're not seeing frame rates around. But we're going to leave it alone because everything's feeling pretty good. Whoa! So still the texture on this track looks pretty uniform as far as like the road textures and all that. Oh! Alrighty then. That was the most dramatic spin. Let's restart that. We spun in every direction possible. But we do have the HUD pretty much off, so that might be why we're not really seeing anything. I was smoother that time. Guy got me on the inside. The taillights are kind of mesmerizing. They just keep flashing Morse code. Oh Don't push me off the track. So far we're 12th, 21 cars. See someone making a move on the inside up there. He's holding that inside hard. He does not want to let it go. There we go. We got him. We got him. I like how approachable a lot of these cars in this title are. We do have all the assists off, so it's not like, you know, anything's really on, but I think from the force feedback and the telemetry coming through the motion rig, although and it's funny, I say this while I'm messing up, but the amount of data that's coming through me as far as, you know, the force feedback and the motion rig, it's really letting me know the cues of what the car is doing. I don't really feel like I'm shorted any information at all. We are sliding it. We are driving a little sloppy. Even, you know, that comes with just practice with the car. You know, it's kind of just our first day really back. But I'm very impressed with this title. Now that we got that other issue fixed, thank you to you guys out there. I wouldn't have known anything about that at all if it wasn't for you guys helping me there. And frame rates are freaking phenomenal right now. I don't know exactly what they are, but whoa, whoa! I wasn't expecting him to stop that hard so suddenly like that. But yeah, it feels good. It feels real good. Now we are last place. We were actually doing pretty good there for a little bit. Corvette's pretty far in the back, one ahead of us, so I wonder if he has some damage. It's making him kind of trail behind everybody. See, we're kind of catching him pretty quickly. Oh, we're not in the radical. What am I doing? At least I thought we were catching him. Still way too hot in that turn. There we go. It was a little bit smoother there. Might be the longest stream we have ever done. I'm just having a blast with this title. Way too hot. Just a few more laps left. I don't want to finish last place. It's 10th lap now. Lost time there. I think we got him. Yes! Not last place. Woo! It took way too much concentration. Alright, race is over. Whew. We're not even on the top 18. We have to scroll down to see us. And that's due to that incident. But even the replays look gorgeous in VR now. We could see, let's see if we could go back to that an issue that happened. How do you control replays? Full screen. There we go. Okay. All right. So it looks like here we're not showing what position we're in. Yeah, this is kind of where we lose it. We go on the grass. Yeah. It was just simply just locking them up, trying to avoid going in the back of the car ahead of us. Trying to see how you would change views, but I'm not exactly sure how. You can kind of tell by the G meter here too. I think you're going to be able to see us locking them up also from this brake indicator here too. You see just full on brake. Yeah. Oh well. It's a lot of fun otherwise. Look up then to your position. 11 it was. Oh! Alright. Am I, what went mute? Kind of curious. Was it the title? Isn't it Control H? Depends on which control preset he's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was quiet towards the end. I was really focusing on not being last place. Your car went exactly where it was pointed, yeah. Here, we'll do one more session. Let's see, car-wise, what we're going to use. Now, this is not really a road course that I'm familiar with too well. I have raced it before, but not in this orientation. So, we're definitely going to be using the cars ahead of us to start to learn the track. But it should be fun. Either way, it should be fun. You got that long straight there. And it seems to be loading a lot faster too, which is really good. There we go. All right. Hard track to master. What happened? What's going on here? Why didn't want to... Oh, did I hit the ignition button accidentally? I might have. I don't know. Let's restart it. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I don't know if we blew the car or what. I don't know what's going on with that launch. I let go of the clutch and it like slips right back out again. I don't know if that's just a part of the car. That launch was a little bit better. Very interesting. We gotta figure that one out. Oh, barriers coming on the track. All the backfiring, it sounds like explosions all over the track. Oh my gosh, sounds like fireworks. Oh, a little bit of a stutter there. Ah. See if we can catch up with them. Oh no. We're gonna have to really practice this car and track combination if we're gonna be at all somewhat competitive to the AI. The AI is completely decimating us. I don't even know where they are, to be honest with you. All right, yep. Let's quit while we're behind. Oh man, I think this stream's been long enough. Ooh, we're starting to get really worn out. So, I think I'm actually gonna call it here, to be honest with you. Oh man. Let's see. Let's go over some of these here. Anti-stall, press clutch again. Car stalls now. Okay, these cars have anti-stall. Yep, more sensitive with the clutch. shadows, environment reflections, and road reflections are the biggest eaters in RF2, especially in VR and post-processing. Yep, forgot that one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to definitely look into that at all with the force. Well, I mean with the frames per second, kind of adjust that a little bit. But what we're gonna do is later on we're gonna jump back into the rig. I'm gonna take a little bit of time, do what I gotta do during the day here, and we're gonna reconvene later on. So if any of you are on later on, hit the reminder bell, hit that subscribe button. I'll try to get a race going, an actual race going, instead of jumping in and out of little things here and there. And we'll really put this to the test. And I kind of also want to jump in Dirt Rally. I've been missing Dirt Rally for a long time. And I think tonight we might do some Dirt Rally, possibly. But I really want to get an actual session going with this. Maybe I'll try to see if we could get scheduled with some multiplayer action, which would be pretty cool. So I hope this stream worked out. I hope it was all pretty clear and you were able to watch it and all. So and also thank you so much for your help, because honestly I wouldn't have known to get out of the betas, and that greatly helped our issue with our visuals and our frame rate. So I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. Hit that subscribe button, it helps us out big time. We're trying to get to our goal of 10,000 subscribers, so that way we get the community tab, so I can let you all know when we're live streaming beforehand. Oh no, it's night over there in Denmark. Alrighty, see you all later. But yeah, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that Netherlands, awesome, and that reminder bell so you know when we're live streaming. We're gonna try to live stream again tomorrow as well. But again, I'm Crash, RTA Motorsports. I greatly appreciate all your help and all your support, and I'll see you all next time.